can now see my slides.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Yes, hello. My name is Bernhard Krabina. I'm from Austria. I organized the last MediaWiki Users and Developers Conference in Vienna last fall. I'm also partnering with Jeffrey to bring MyWikis Europe to life. It's a hosting platform for MediaWikis in Europe, in the European Union. And yeah, I'm also at KMA providing MediaWiki services with our open source stack that we use called KnowledgeWiki. I want to bring some news to you from the Semantic MediaWiki world because we heavily invested in Semantic MediaWiki and the community. So I'll just wanted to point out some latest developments, maybe also some outlook of issues lying ahead, and then also maybe just a quick next event announcement. We did some behind the scenes work, I would say, if you're not looking into the GitHub so much of Semantic MediaWiki. It was a great community effort led by Gesine IT. We also discussed with Professional Wiki at the Vienna conference. It basically was modernizing the whole test infrastructure of Semantic MediaWiki core and also all the semantic extensions that we have in the GitHub repository. So in core and in all those extensions, we removed broken tests. There was an update of the continuous integration test mechanism. We now have tests with PHP 8.3 and 8.4 and tests with MediaWiki 1.43 that were missing before this was done. And so we now have really better test coverage. And thanks to not only Gesine IT and Professional Wiki, but also to open source freelancers. I don't know who Paradox is, but he or she really made a great improvements on updating those extensions there. So we are now very at a much more advanced state. So it's easier now for us to integrate new pull requests because we have better test coverage. Semantic MediaWiki 5 was released, the first version on March 10 and 5.01 version on April 14. What did it bring? It brought added support for MediaWiki, especially 1.43 also. We dropped support for MediaWiki older than 1.39. There was improved compatibility with PHP 8.3 and dropped support with PHP older than 8.1. So you have to make sure that you have at least 8.1 for the newer version. And we also updated the footer logo to match better the new MediaWiki footer logo that you have in 1.43. Also, some new features were introduced. We started using the codex design to improve various styles. For example, on the right you can see this Browse Wiki special page now uses codex to design things like MediaWiki does. We have some additional formatting options in the table and broad table result formats. There's actually now the option to remove the RDF links from the source code of all pages to avoid bots scraping too much the export RDF special page. This might be interesting also for you because I think you have some talks about how to combat bots upcoming. And yeah, we updated schema.org vocabulary and SCOS vocabulary that is also shipped with Semantic MediaWiki. What are current challenges? Just a quick reminder, we as MediaWiki nerds, and I include myself in this description, we tend to discuss, is it Semantic MediaWiki or Cargo or Wikibase or a new extension, visual data, what should we use? Do we run on Canasta? Do we run Mesa? Is OpenCSP the platform to use? That's all very well and very valid discussions. But just also as a quick reminder, organizations don't decide on on these questions, they decide, do we use MediaWiki as a platform, or do we use all the other much bigger platforms also in the wiki area? So as a community, we need to step back a little bit also and consider, how can we work together to make MediaWiki the best platform to use for organizations, and we have much bigger and stronger contestants here. So this is the real decisions that are being made. One problem Marijn mentioned is to solve the parse width problem. We have time, I think, until December 2027 to do that, but we need to do that, and not only the use case that Marijn showed, querying data, but also annotating data. This is something you have to think about. I think, this is my personal opinion, and I don't have any governance over what the community does or not, but I think that probably the inline annotations will be just deprecated at some point. Because also in my experience, I never had the use case where I have users who are manually in wiki text annotating properties. So there are use cases like this, there have been in the past. So for those Semantic MediaWiki users who have this use case, that the users are actually annotating in the wiki text properties, you need to do something. Nobody's going to fix it for you. I don't have this use case. We usually set annotations in templates, so we can replace it with the set parser function, but not everywhere is it a 100% alternative. So we are discussing, for example, currently a new parser function that could be called set and show, where it is not only a silent annotation, but you can also control if this value annotation shows something or not. Or we could also think about improving the set parser function to be able to show what value was set and how it is shown. So yes, since we now have better test coverage, so it's probably easier now for us to integrate contributions from the community into the core. So we're looking forward to that, and also further discussion on how this parser problem can be solved in the future. Yeah, what you also can do, and what is done, I want to thank the sponsors of Semantic MediaWiki. You can have several options. You can sponsor time, which we do at KMA. We also have Gesine IT, also already mentioned in Professional Wiki. A new sponsor is RGXL. They are also devoting, I think, around 4 hours of developer resources per week to improve semantic extensions. So this is one option. The simple way to do this is a kind of a self-declaration. You find everything here and on this page. If you say we don't have developer resources, but we are making money with Semantic MediaWiki, or we can bring up, we can have some funds, you can either direct those funds to one of those companies who have developer resources, who are knowledgeable about Semantic MediaWiki, or you can also use the Open Collective website, where you can just donate also as a private person. You get an immediate receipt for that, and it's very transparent where this money goes. Basically, currently it is used to pay at least some amount per week to Professional Wiki, who does the release work for the Semantic MediaWiki releases. Yeah, and then finally, just a quick announcement. Yeah, this slide, I will show my presentation later on. This slide reminds you of, we are looking forward to contributions. You can, and this is already done. There are people answering questions from newcomers on the Semantic Media mailing list, who I don't know who they are, but they seem to be knowledgeable about it, and they help this way. If you are a developer, you can help us hunt bugs, help with coding, improve the documentation from the developer side, also the user documentation. You can help us with social media, spread the word. You can join on GitHub or on the Element chat. We have different channels. Also join the stakeholders group that is organizing this conference. I hope there will be some on your hack day at your workshop. There will be also some hacking done. Maybe that is Semantic MediaWiki targeted. Let's see. I can join in remotely if that's an option, and we will see what's going to happen. Yeah. So that's that, and I hope to collaborate with many people in the room on the future of Semantic MediaWiki. And finally, I want to announce. We already know the date and also the location of the next event. It's the MediaWiki Users and Developers Conference, the European strand, typically done in fall in Europe. So it will be held from October 28 to 30 in Leipzig in Germany. It's the TIB. TIB is the Leibniz Information Center for Science and Technology. So we say thank you already for hosting us. They have the venue where we can meet and have our conference. And I also want to invite all the sponsors of this conference also to sponsor the European strand, because we, again, need sponsors as well for the conference. So I hope, again, for your contribution. If you want to help us out, organizing the conference, there's a lot of work to do, so if you want to volunteer on any of those activities, just reach out to me and we can organize. Any help is appreciated. So thank you very much, and that was it from my side.
Great, thank you, Bernhard. Okay. Wow, you covered a lot, so people might have questions about anything you talked about, the technical aspects or the community building and the marketing. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, yeah.
Hello, Bernhard. This is Rich Evans. Thank you for a great talk. My question is, have you considered having a long-term support release of Semantic MediaWiki that sort of follows the MediaWiki core long-term support release cycle?
This question would be more geared towards the people who actually do the releases. I think in practice, we really have. At least from my point of view, I always look from LTS to LTS version. And we have some tests covering also the changes that are in the versions in between. So we had tests with 141, 142, and now 143. So we will continue this. But the question is, what would this mean? Would it mean two different versions? One LTS version of Semantic MediaWiki. I'm not sure if this is the right path to go. So currently, we try to make sure that Semantic MediaWiki will be compatible at least with every LTS version of MediaWiki, and at least does not break with the versions in between. But I'm not really the competent person to answer this because I'm not in charge of this.
I have a question, actually. I mean, Semantic MediaWiki is more than just one extension. It's arguably up to 20 extensions, depending on how you look at it. Are there plans in place to upgrade the remaining extensions to support MediaWiki 143? And in general, what is the set of other extensions that are covered by all of what you talked about as far as maintenance and so forth?
Yeah. Most of those extensions have also been touched with the updated of the testing environment. So basically, they should all work. If not, there might be some bugs and please file bug reports. But generally, at least the most used semantic extensions are all up to date and are working with 1.43. I personally have a test wiki with 1.43, and everything seems to be working fine.
Okay. Another question. When is the Semantic MediaWiki website going to upgrade to 143?
Yeah, I directed this exact question today to Carsten, and he replied also, probably during the next 2 weeks we will have Sandbox upgraded at least, because also Sandbox is not on Semantic MediaWiki 5 yet. For the website Semantic MediaWiki, this will not be so fast. He knows about the problem, and he promised that at least we will have some kind of a test environment, because there are some non-standard things on semanticmediawiki.org that need to be removed from all the templates, so there's some manual work to be done. So I don't have a timeline yet, but yeah, I try to ask Carsten Hoffmeier to do that, and yeah. So please also reach out to him and make him aware that we really need this Semantic MediaWiki website also to run the latest stack.
Great. All right. Well, let me see if there's. Okay. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. You really. This is very directional. Okay. Well, that was great. That was very informative, and I hope to be there at the conference, and I hope a lot of other people will be there too. Thanks for letting us know, and thank you for the talk.
Thank you. Bye.